Hello friends, and thank you so much for choosing to hang out with me in today's video. We are going to be getting into some cash stuffing and I am so excited. This is my favorite type of video to make. We are going to be cash stuffing $410. If you did not watch the plan on this, that is up now if you guys want to go check that out first and then come back. So let's go ahead and get into it. I do find that because I'm sitting in front of a window, there's so much shadow if I put anything over here. So everything's just gonna have to kind of be off to the side. I'm also gonna take a sip. Today I am having a zero sugar Zoa tropical punch energy drink. This is the energy drink that The Rock makes, or his company makes. It's pretty good. Pretty much just straight up tastes like tropical punch, like juice, but with caffeine. That's like a new segment. What's Tyler drinking today? Plot twist. It's probably always going to be caffeine. Okay, let's get into it. First things first, we need to unstuff our wallet and see how much money we have left over. So in groceries, we started off with $120 and we have $30. I'm going to put this off to the side out of frame. Kind of in frame. You can see it over there. That is for Costco. So we're going to be adding that to the Costco envelope. In coffee, oh, there's a little dime in here. I do keep change, and I just roll the change over because you never know when you need change with the weekly wallet, so it kind of just stays in there. I don't really count it as savings. Coffee, we started off the week with 30, and we have 30 left. That's going to be going into some sinking funds and some savings challenges. And then buffer, we started off the week with 20, and we have 20 left there as well. So really, really great savings this week. I'd like to thank my husband for just doing all the shopping pretty much. So talking is hard. So in total, we have 20, 40, 60, 70, 75, 80. That was a very complicated way of going about it, but we have $80 that is going to be going back into some sinking funds and savings challenges. I just realized that I wrote my thing kind of weird. So yeah, I'm actually going to write this on here. So this is my planner that I did earlier in the week. Maybe caffeine wasn't a good idea. So left over, we had 80. But 30 of that is going into Costco. Perfect. All right. Let's get into the fun stuff. So we're going to be restuffing our wallet. I am going to consider changing the amount for groceries because we always seem to have... My dog's in here. We always seem to have a lot left over in groceries, so I think I might bring it down to like $100 or maybe even $80. We will see. So groceries has $120. Coffee is getting that $30. I'm also contemplating, I don't know what to do with this because we always seem to have coffee left over. We don't get coffee unless we're going out like together, like for the weekend. And 9 times out of 10, my husband pays. I try to pay and he's like, no, don't worry about it. Use it for your savings. And he's so pro me doing this savings challenge that like, he's like, no, I'll pay for it. You could just put that money in your savings. And I'm just like, just because I'm saving doesn't mean that I'm not allowed to spend money. But I appreciate his enthusiasm because it really does lend for us having a lot to move into our savings, sinking funds and savings challenges. So I did just add $20 to buffer. So we are going to put $20 for buffer. And that is the wallet sorted. Next up we have, is this it? Nope. So guys, I am getting new binders in the mail here shortly to do some testing, quality testing, seeing if they're worth putting up on the shop. One, because binders are fun, and I'd like to offer that as a product for you guys. And 2, I'm so tired of getting confused by these 2 binders. They are gorgeous, don't get me wrong. Soul Mama does beautiful binders, but I have 2 Virgos, and unless I'm looking at them like this, and even still I don't quite remember, I always open up the wrong binder. So, long story short, I'm getting new binders in the mail tomorrow. Clothing, we are adding $5. So clothing now has $10, $15, $20. And I have not updated my trackers. I will do that after the video. So $20. I'll just count each envelope. Content is getting $5 as well. And now content also has $20. How are you guys doing today? Are you having a good day? I'm having a decent day. Daniel's in a good mood. Animals are in a good mood. I'm in a good mood. You really can't get better than that. So Costco, we are adding 5 because that's what excuse me, sir. We're not making that mistake. That is what I already scheduled to put in here. So that would bring us to 20, 40, 55. But we are also going to be adding this 30. So we are technically adding 35 to Costco. So what is happening here? There we go. So now in Costco, we have 20, 40, 60, 70, 85. See, just like that. We just bumped that up so much. That is so awesome. So Costco, we also added 30, which means we have 85. Daniel's son is getting 5, and it currently has 30. So now it has 20, 35. Fur Babies is getting 10. And if you guys are interested in these dashboards, I do have them available on my shop. And they're fully customizable, so you guys can completely choose the colors. If you want random, I could just do all 3, which are these 3 colors. Sorry, the purple, tan, and green. And with your specific category names. So Fur Baby's got 10, so now it has 25. We finally found a wet food topper that Lola loves, and it's thanks to my brother and his fiance. They brought it randomly one day and were like, we think Lola would really like this, and she indeed does. And it's the Merrick chunky wet dog food. 1 can lasts us 3 dinners, which is great because they're like $7 a can, which is quite expensive. But if you break it down, like 7 divided by 3, you're paying like $2.30 per serving. That is not bad. And she's happy and she's eating, and that is all that I really care about. So gifts, we are adding $5. So now gifts has 25. All right, and in home, we are adding 20. Once I took out the tracker. Actually, while we're doing this, let's show you guys these backing cards so you guys can actually see. So they are laminated. They are printed on cardstock paper, so they are quite thick. Corners are rounded so you don't poke yourself. Yeah, and those are really all the selling points. So they are $3 each, and you can make a bundle of up to 20 backing cards, which 20 sinking funds seems like a lot until you realize that it's actually not that much, and I'm pretty sure I have 20 sinking funds, so no judgment here. Gifts is getting, or sorry, home is getting 20. One day all these bills will be the way that they're supposed to be. I think what I'm also going to do is I have extra money in here. I think I'm going to add another 20. So we're actually going to add 40 to home. Oops, I did this wrong. Well, we'll see how much it is. So we have 1, 50, 70, 90, 210, 230, right? Yeah, 150, 70, 90, 110, 120, 130. Yes, 130. Let me get my whiteout. I could just add another 10 and make it 140 and not have to white it out, but that's fine. 130. Perfect. I do have some extra money coming in here shortly that we are really going to bump the crap out of this. I'm probably going to put like $300 in it at least to get it up to a good amount. I do have income from my store as well that I'm contemplating on pulling out because that'd be a big chunk towards it. And it being the dryer downstairs. This thing drives me bonkers. Main character is getting $10, and that is all main character has. All right, and we are done with that envelope. Let's go ahead into our second Virgo. Book Bus is getting $5. And Book Bus currently has 25, so an extra 5 will make it 30. Book Babes is not getting anything, but it currently has 10. Rainy Day is getting $10. And that means it has 20, 30, 45. 20, 30, 45, in case that wasn't in frame. $45 for Rainy Day. Perfect. Wing Leader is my car, so I'm going to be adding $10 to here as well, just because I have an oil change coming up. It's like about 80 bucks. So we have 20, 35. I think I've got another like 7,000 K before I have to get it, but you know, it's just good to have it in there prepped and ready to go. Hello Happy Store is down here, and it is getting 5. Why does that say 30? I was like, there's no way I'm putting $30 into my store envelope, especially the first deposit. Who's crazy? It's me. Okay, so that is 5. So, and that is all that Hello Happy Store has. This, I mentioned this in my planning, but I'll mention it here. So this envelope is new. This is going to be used for 2 things. Regular cash stuffing like I'm doing now, because all money in here is just going to be used to buy product for the stuff and the items on my store. Also, if you didn't check it out already, I have well, I have put on the store 3 new savings challenges, and they are quite cute, and I'm very happy about them. So I guess I'll just show you here. So I have a challenge called Double Double Dollars. Now, I'm Canadian. We have Tim Hortons. They're called Double Doubles if you're getting like double cream, double sugar coffee. I think they're probably called that elsewhere as well, but there is 3 versions of this, as well as these will be regular colored because they're laminated, so you can color on them multiple times. Or I'm going to offer scratch offs. So when you order them, you tell me what you want, and I will add the scratch off sticker as orders come in. This is the next one I did. This is Curl Up and Save. This is a roll to save challenge. So you roll the dice, and let's say you get a 4 and a 5. So if you go 4 and then down to 5, that's a book. That's $5. Pretty fun, pretty self-explanatory. Happy Cash Adventure is a tiered saving challenge. It's 52-week savings challenge, but we're going from 5 to 50, back down to 5, 5 to 50, back down to 5. I just thought that this would make it a little bit easier to save, not so overwhelming, because whenever you do challenges like this, these like last 3 rows are like, oh my gosh, like I have to save $75 or $100 or whatever it is. I don't know, thought it'd be fun. And then I have 2 different variations of the savings, Curl Up and Save. So I have a low income, and I have an American one as well. Oh my goodness, I'm out of breath. So those are available on my store now. Did we do Wing Leader? We did. $5 for Happy Store. Wing Leader, how much did that have? 25. I think that's at 30 now. 20, 35. Right, because we added 10. 35. Okay. Self-promo over. Emergency is another new envelope, and I'm not too sure what this is going to really be used for, because I do have multiple places that are like emergency funds, like Rainy Day and debt and all of those other things. So I don't know what this is really going to be used for, but I felt like I needed an emergency one specifically. So we are starting today with $5. Registration is getting $5. And the goal for this guy is, I believe it's 140, maybe 180 for registration, and that's not due until April of next year, so we've got lots of time. So we currently have $25 in registration. Vacation is a girls trip that I've just moved over into a different type of envelope that is getting $5. So now it has 10, 15, $20. Property tax is getting 20, and we're going to be putting more of a focus on property tax. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take this extra 10 here and I'm going to add it as well. So we're going 20 plus 10. So now it has 50, 70, 50, 70, 75, 80, $85. I don't know if I mentioned it already, but like the goal is like 3,400. What did I write on here? 3,500. So we are a ways away, but the next property tax isn't until July of next year. And I'm finally in that bracket of my CPP, which is Canadian Pension Plan, which I have to pay into from the government, has been paid up for this year. I've met my quota with my employer. So the next couple of paychecks from now until January 1st are going to be like $200 more because I'm getting that money paid out to me, which is so nice. I completely forgot how much we had in here. Sorry, just one second. 50, 70, 75, 80, 85. Okay, 85. Okay, perfect. And that is the end of this envelope. And that means we're moving into the fun stuff, ladies and gentlemen. We are into our savings challenges, which I will be implementing one of these guys once the 200 savings challenge is complete. So I will be putting a focus on that guy as well. So we are adding $10 to the roll to save challenge. So we're adding $10. Which means we currently have 20, 30, 45 in the roll to save. And we can take this off until next week when we add a new one. Did I say 45? Why can I not remember? 20, 30, 45. Yes, 45. Okay. Okay, 200 is getting $20. And you can see here we have 80. This is going to make it 100, which is super exciting. So we are at the $100 mark. We will be, once this is reached 200, it's going to go, I actually don't know where it's going to go yet. I think what my plan was to roll it into a debt payment, and I'm probably going to do that because it makes the most sense. I'm just going to erase this really quickly. It is low-key driving me crazy. Oh gosh, I've made a big old mess. Okay. Can you see that hint of green? I'm trying to get all of that off. I was using dry erase and it just keeps erasing, so we're just going back to good old Sharpie. So 20, 40, and apparently we're just doing outlines this time. That's cool. I have artistic freedom. 60, 80. Also, I'm so sorry if the camera just shook like an earthquake hit my house. I just realized that. Isn't that the most satisfying noise in the world? I love it. So we are halfway done, the 200 savings challenge. And what we do with that money, who knows? Who knows what we're going to do with it? But once it is done, we will be rolling into a totally different savings challenge, and I'm very excited about it, and it will definitely be one of my own. So that is done. That is done. October, we are adding 15 in here. Nice. So now we have, our $10 bills drive me bonkers because they have so many different variations of the same denomination. This is like 1 out of, or 2 out of like 3 or 4 that we have, which is why I always struggle with which way is the proper way for up, because they're all so different. Whatever. Okay, so now we have 25 in here, and I'm just going to grab my colors. So we had this guy, and I don't think I used a dry erase. Let me see where this other guy is. This guy. Okay, so we're gonna color 3. That's exciting. One, two. Not just dead silence while I color. Sorry about that, guys. And these cute little blue witches hats. If you guys like this content and you enjoy these videos, I would love it if you guys would hit the subscribe button and like it and share it with your friends and comment and do all those fun things, because I'm definitely trying to hit some subscriber goals this year. I mean, along with my business and a couple of other different streams of revenue that I'm trying to create. My goal is within the year to quit my job, my current 9 to 5, and just be able to do YouTube and my business and all those things. And even if it isn't like millions of dollars coming in, which it's never going to be, but even if it's like a couple $1,000s a month to help my husband with bills and stuff like that, then that's more than enough for me. So yeah, that is my spiel. How much money did I say that we had in here? 25. Yeah. So if you want to help me out with that, that'd be freaking amazing. You guys are the best. Okay, debt. We have $10 in here. I'm going to take this extra 20, chuck it in here, and we're also going to take the 20 that was assigned. So we are actually adding 40 into debt, and this is just leftover from my wallet, which is amazing. So we actually are putting in 40 instead of the 20, and that means that we have 50 in debt for this month. And I'm contemplating literally rolling this over until it's at like $500 and then pulling it out instead of pulling it out every single month. We will see, because I like doing the like end of the month, like how much did we save type videos. So we'll see. There's a lot on my mind apparently with restructuring of the way I do things. The next one we have is our 100 envelope savings challenge, and we are adding 30 to here. And you guys know, if you're new here, I don't actually do this on the videos. I save it for a series on my channel called Super Savings Sunday. So check that out on Sunday. And then finally we have, which is probably my favorite savings challenge, and this is my Devon savings challenge. And if you guys don't know what that means, it's pretty much just a savings challenge for my husband. So when it comes time for his birthday next year in July, I'm just going to hand him this box. And if we end up doing more than what's in here, I'm just going to keep going until it's his birthday and give it to him. So yeah, we are adding $15 to this today. And previously I was sealing it, as you guys saw. I just took off a sticker. I am not going to be doing that anymore, just because I like going in and unstuffing it and moving the smaller bills into the bigger numbers. Like I just recently did that, where we unstuffed all these smaller guys that we had done. So we had like 10, 25, 5, 20, and 15. And that just so happened to add up to 75. So I just took it all and I put it in the 75 envelope so that it's in a bigger guy. But now we have 15 that's also done. So I'm actually going to move these completed envelopes back here. And then even just like right now, 75 plus 15 is 100. So I could literally just take it all and move it to 100. I'll probably do that in a later video when we have a little bit more to work with. But yeah, that is it, guys. Thank you so much. 100 for hanging out with me today. And these dice have probably been there the whole time, and you're probably like, when's she going to use them? Not in this video. Those are my planning videos. But yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed. If you did, give it a like, hit subscribe, and until the next video, I will see you guys later. Bye!